let's do this again. I'm Ogaso from the Public Relations Department of Knight's Record. I'll be under your care from here on. Well, I suppose we've finally put proper pleasantries away for the time being. That aside, this really is an amazing room, isn't it? How many tens of thousands of yen does this place charge per night? I've stayed in a high-class hotel myself before, but I've only ever been given an average guest room. And I was still charged 20,000 yen per night, you know? I suppose this is just devolving into small talk. I'm sorry. My mother's very particular when it comes to costs and money like that. So I guess I've gradually taken after her as well.
Why?
Huh?
Why have you come here? Did you come here to look down on me?
Kazusa?
Did you come here to laugh at me? To berate me? Or perhaps are you saying you've come here because you pity me?
I came here to talk. That's really all I'm here for.
You're mad at me for what I did, aren't you? You have no intention of forgiving me, do you?
That's right. I'm still upset at you for how you've never tried to contact me even once, despite having the rare opportunity to return here.
But you know full well that I couldn't possibly have done something like that.
I really wanted to get in touch with you. Your old phone number doesn't work anymore after all. And more importantly, you didn't even want to take the initiative to contact me at all. You're not even going to deny what I just said? I'm actually a bit shocked.
So, is this your way of getting your revenge? To see my miserable state for yourself? To mock my ugly self for retaining these feelings?
Why do you think about things so negatively?
Because the one who told you where I'm staying was Haruki, wasn't it?
Correct. It wasn't hard to figure out, you know?
In other words, the both of you had a blast laughing about me, didn't you? About how ridiculous it was for a girl to agonize over a past she can't let go of, and how she's been acting like some stalker.
If anything, I feel that Haruki fits both of those descriptions better, though.
See, you can't even respond to me. So it's true, isn't it?
Anyway, let's talk about what I came here to discuss. We won't get anywhere beating around the bush with this topic like that.
What do you mean when you say we won't be going anywhere? Setsuna, you really are here to make a fool out of me.
Currently, our company is responsible for the production of the bonus CD, Tomo Kazusa mini album, in Kyosha's Ensemble's special issue.
Excuse me?
So, today, I've come to introduce myself and to confirm our schedule. Let's go over the track list in detail. After all, since you have a concert at the same time, our schedule is pretty tight.
Kyosha? Ensemble?
By the way, we will cover the entire cost this time because, to be truthful, our intention with this whole thing is to earn a favor with you for when your own CD is released here in Japan eventually. terms for this contract are really strict, Kazusa. I bet all the record labels that specialize in classical music are after a contract with you.
He sold me out, didn't he?
Huh?
He sold me out, didn't he?
What do you mean, sold you out?
For the sake of his own work, and to curry your favor, Setsuna, he sold me out, didn't he?
You think so?
After all, if that wasn't the case, then this wouldn't be happening.
If that's what you believe, then you can go ahead and believe that. If you truly do believe your own words, that is. Still, it was Tomoyoko-san, the president of the company you're affiliated with, who decided this in the first place. So, this is an official contract.
Even Mom? You're telling me that even my mother's abandoned me?
Why don't you ask her that yourself? Yoko-san was really worried about you, you know?
Setsuna?
She has her doubts, of course. It was Haruki-kun who managed to persuade Yoko-san and make her give this job over to us. It'll be an impossible undertaking involving 3 friends and 3 companies. Kyosha, Night Records, and Tomoyoko's office.
Friends?
We sent out the proposal on Monday, and we got the go-ahead this morning. Even for a mere mini-album coming with a magazine, this really is something rare.
What's that all about?
I'm saying that when you're involved, common corporate logic goes out the window. That's the power of you, Toma Kazusa. That's the power you, Toma Kazusa, possesses.
I don't care about that. I don't want power like that.
You'd be happy by simply having the person you love look at you? You'd be happy as long as Haruki reciprocated your feelings?
Setsuna?
Kazusa, you truly do love Haruki-kun, don't you? Did I guess right? Not that I'd ever have to guess.
Is something wrong with that?
Oh, just stop it now. It's not fair that you're acting so adorably.
Stop teasing me.
No wonder Haruki-kun felt lost at the sight of that expression. No wonder he'd never want to let go of you again, Kazusa.
Go home.
I assume you understand the gist of the scope of our work then?
That's enough. Just go home already. I'm not taking a job like this. It's impossible.
I understand. I'll head home for the time being. I actually only wanted to introduce myself today anyway.
Don't ever come back here again.
Now, that won't do. The clock is ticking after all, and we need to finish getting everything recorded before your additional concert.
That's just physically impossible. There are only 2 weeks left.
2 weeks left. I do remember something like that happening in the past. Well then, good night. I'll leave this here. You can help yourself to it if you're hungry.
I don't want it. Just take it and leave.
I really didn't add anything weird in there, you know? Though, I guess I can't guarantee that it'll taste good considering I made it myself.
Do whatever you want. Just hurry and disappear already.
I understand. Well then, good night. See you tomorrow.
I told you not to come again.
Seems I'm off to a rough start. Is this really going to be okay? Am I really the right person for this? What am I singing? I can't sound resigned just after one day. Don't give up me. You and the others must be really mad at me, huh?
What an idiot. Isn't it supposed to be her birthday? Why would she come all the way here on such an important day? Setsuna! Setsuna! Setsuna is looking at me with a compassionate gaze. So I slowly reach out my hand and stand up as if desiring her, so I can cry into her chest. Setsuna is right in front of me right now. My hands only need to reach out to her ever so slightly to touch her right now. Setsuna! Setsuna's gaze is fixed upon me. She watches me attentively, waiting for what I'm about to say next. No matter what happens, no matter how much I whine, she'll forgive it all right now. She'll envelop me in her warmth. Those feelings of hers are conveyed to me. I can't do this anymore. That's why I'm begging you, Setsuna. Please, save Kazusa. I repress the urge to leap into her embrace and only cling to her with those words. I plead with her to save Kazusa. The way Kazusa is right now, anything I say will only end up hurting her, because she's the one and only person Kazusa considers to be her friend. That's why I can only ask for your help. So many things happen, and now I have no choice but to rely on her. But they did once swear eternal friendship to each other. Setsuna! Before I know it, Setsuna hangs her head, both her gentle gaze and her hands preparing to take me into her embrace are now aimed at the ground. Both her gentle gaze and her hands preparing to take me into her embrace are now aimed at the ground. Not even I am thick-headed or selfish enough to not understand how Setsuna is feeling right now. Though, by asking her this, despite knowing her feelings, I'm probably proving that I truly am thick-headed and selfish. I'm sorry,
It's just as I thought.
It's just as I thought.
Just as I thought. You value Kazusa over yourself, Haruki-kun. You don't feel as though you need to be saved at all.
Setsuna,
You asked me to save Kazusa. You didn't ask me to save you.
Setsuna raises both her head and her voice, and I can see her strong expression, one that suggests
she's given up on something. One that suggests that she has gotten over something.
I knew. The truth is, I've known from the very beginning. I know that you value Kazusa more than yourself. More than anyone, Haruki-kun.
Her expression looks as if she's fed up with me. As if she's used up all her patience. As if she's given up on me.
And I actually think that's true. Kazusa really is more important than anything else right now.
But her reaction still makes it unclear to me about how she truly feels about me.
That's why, if you had decided that you value yourself most and ended up asking me to spoil you, I would have slapped you. That was what I decided from the very beginning.
She simply remains bright and cheerful.
Still, you know, although you ended up doing the right thing, I still feel frustrated about it.
And she's not hiding the fact that she's holding back.
It's frustrating to know that even after 5 years, even though you haven't even met her for 5 years, the person you love the most hasn't changed at all, Haruki-kun. No, it won't change no matter how much time passes.
No, I'm sorry, Setsuna. She's wrong. My feelings towards Setsuna and what I think of her, they're not insignificant at all.
I won't tell you that there's no need for you to apologize, you know?
But right now, I can't contradict her last statement. When I know the others are all true.
I wouldn't show that much sympathy towards a person who refused to look at only me for 5 whole years, you know?
I'll obey your decision after everything's taken care of. That's why...
Yeah, let's think of something, alright?
Setsuna has admitted it herself. Kazusa is more important than anyone else right now.
Let's seriously think about what the two of us can do for Kazusa's sake, okay?
Thank you, Setsuna. That's why, for now, I seal away the conclusion that I finally came to. It's not just me, but Setsuna too. And the two of us will now think of nothing but Kazusa's happiness. February 15th, Friday.
Mother and daughter of the Toma family, Yoko and Kazusa, are right now perfect to Japanese record labels to use in their sales.
All of that is due to my mother's efforts. I'm simply riding on the back of her fame.
That's not entirely true. You're really leading when it comes to popularity, Kazusa. People aren't interested in you for your actual skill right now, you see?
What?
People simply know you as a beautiful and cool girl playing the piano. Even those who initially had no interest in classical music would be interested if that girl is the daughter of a once famous pianist. Huh? Did I strike a nerve? Now, that's odd. Both Yoko-san and Haruki-kun said that you said so yourself.
No one ever said I was mad.
Or are you saying that you don't like hearing it from others? From me in particular?
I just said I'm not mad at all.
But You know, I don't mind that at all. Regardless of whether you're true genius or whether you're just a fluke, I want to release your first Japanese CD, no matter what it takes. As a company, your skill as pianist is not actually relevant to us.
Just because you say that, Setsuna.
I work in the public relations department of a record company, you know? We actually do survey public opinion on our products. So I'm pretty sure we're meeting the market demand with this one. A little while ago, the release of a manga managed to make classical music a small trend in Japan. Well, the people who were into it back then gradually had their passion wane bit by bit, given that the trend only started last year. And from there, after searching, we ended up chancing upon the beautiful descendant of a pianist who won a prize at the Giovanni competition.
In other words, I'm the new panda at the zoo that will bring in the customers.
Yep.
Setsuna, you've been doing this on purpose all this time, haven't you?
Still, being a zoo panda is quite an amazing job, don't you think?
How exactly? Getting money off of fame without doing anything is no different from scamming others.
Still, if the panda happens to be popular, doesn't that mean the zoo gets more visitors?
Like I said, what does that have to do with?
If we manage to gather a lot of guests for a classical concert, wouldn't that be pretty beneficial for a lot of people? It could be helpful for professionals who can't fund their own performances. Or perhaps students who can't study abroad despite wanting to.
You're really expanding the scale of this conversation. So, you're not planning for me to be a panda at the zoo, but instead the cornerstone of Japan's classical music industry?
Sacrificing yourself to pave the way for truly talented people? That's another path you could take, is it not?
Are you saying that I'm not talented at all?
I'm simply saying that neither I nor my company know or care about your talent.
Did I make you mad? Your attempts at provoking me won't work. You think you could just say something like that and I'll get worked up and play for you?
Who knows? I was simply trying to lighten the mood, you know?
Go home. I won't agree to do it no matter what you say.
I see.
So, no matter how many times you come here,
I'll still be coming here tomorrow, though. This is still part of my job, after all. Well then, that's just how it is. So, let's wrap things up for today, shall we?
Hey, Setsuna, if you hate me, just be honest and say it. Stop using work as an excuse. Just stop beating around the bush and just say it. Say that you despise me from the bottom of your heart. If you continue to keep things so vague like this,
Only if you tell me your true feelings first.
Huh?
You know, Kazusa, tell me that you won't take this job because you hate me. And I'll let you know my true feelings as well, okay?
What are you?
If you want others to be honest with you, you have to be honest with others first, Kazusa. You were really honest with Haruki-kun after all. By the way, I'll be taking back the container I brought the cake for you in yesterday.
Um,
Wow! You managed to finish it in a single day. There was an entire cake in this thing, you know?
That's, I mean, it was made with fresh cream, wasn't it? It doesn't really last very long, so I felt I didn't have a choice.
Oh, Kazusa. You always were a bottomless pit when it came to anything sweet. Bye, and see you tomorrow.
Hang on, Setsuna.
What is it?
Yesterday was your birthday, was it not?
Are you saying that? You want to congratulate me?
But then, why did you come here? Why didn't you celebrate it together with Haruki? It was such an important day for you, Setsuna. It was supposed to be a precious day for the both of you, so why did you...
What's most important to the two of us right now isn't some party.
Setsuna?
Bye. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Kazusa Setsuna. I'm sorry it took me so long to properly introduce myself. Still, I'm really happy that I finally get to meet Kazusa's mother in person. My name's Kazusa Setsuna. Please, call me Setsuna.
Then, nice to meet you, Setsuna. Kazusa, thank you for constantly keeping an eye out for her. Or perhaps I should say that I'm sorry for the trouble she's given you.
Not at all. I've been the one that's been troubling her, and since way back, too.
That's, hang on. Guitar-kun! What is the meaning of this?
Guitar-kun?
Are you saying you're not feeling very well right now? If that's the case, we could just postpone this to some other time.
No, this is just a cold sweat. My condition in itself is actually quite fine. I feel as if I've lost a couple of years, though.
It would seem that Yoko-san and Setsuna's first meeting is proving to be an overwhelming victory for the latter. In fact, Yoko-san didn't even look this taken aback when she got the diagnosis of her illness.
Here's a gift for me. It's a moth orchid.
Thank you. It smells lovely. It must have been expensive, huh?
You're not supposed to ask the price of the gift. Well, it was actually pretty cheap, though.
I see.
Yoko-san is still unable to meet Setsuna's gaze. She instead tries to divert her attention to smelling the flowers. I imagine that she hadn't expected that I would bring her along for this visit, much less the fact that I would bring her directly into her hospital room.
I've heard about your illness. Perhaps this is a bit presumptuous of me, but I'll pray for you. So, I hope that you'll do your best to recover. For Kazusa's sake as well.
In any case, given that everything Yoko-san's done has been for Kazusa's sake, she doesn't really know much about Setsuna at all. That's why it's probably difficult for her to digest the fact that Setsuna is right before her now, with a smile devoid of gloominess, while saying those sincere words wishing her well.
Well?
Yeah?
Are you here to berate me?
As I expected, Yoko-san is now glaring at me as if asking for my help. In terms of how they express their feelings, they truly are mother and daughter.
you've already talked to her about it, haven't you? About everything I've been doing for her up until now, that is.
That's, correct.
I see. So, that's how it is. So, that means you've chosen this girl.
Yoko-san,
I understand, Guitar-kun. I respect the decision you've made. Congratulations.
self-deprecation, resignation, and a regret that cannot be restrained.
I'll do something about my daughter. About Kazusa. I won't bother you with her anymore.
The very person who had once told me that I've been too meddling and said that I've been carrying too much on my shoulders is now unconsciously blaming me for my sudden retreat. They truly are mother and daughter, given the similarities in their choices of words and in how they behave around others.
As I thought, I'm starting to feel a little tired. I'm sorry, but I think it's best that you two take your leave.
Please wait!
That's why Setsuna decided to take the first step.
Nothing's over yet. Kazusa, I just know I'll be able to do something about Kazusa.
Setsuna-san?
She's realized that the person before her is very similar to Kazusa. She feels that she's worth fighting for.
So, please, listen to my proposal. I'm sure Tomoyoko's office will take interest in what I have to say. Allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Okuso of Knights Records, PLC.
February 17th, Sunday.
Tomoyoko-san really is just as amazing as the rumors say. She was really overwhelming throughout our entire conversation. Still, unlike the other rumors, your mother is actually a really kind person who worries a lot about her child.
Is that so?
She missed you, you know? I suppose you haven't arranged a proper visit yet? If that's the case, we could go together tomorrow.
I won't go.
Kazusa! Oh well, she said that she would be discharged by next week anyway, so you can always visit her then. She looked quite healthy when I met her today, and she herself said that she's already feeling better. So I'm sure it'll all be alright, Kazusa.
All right.
Yep, it'll be alright. I'm sure someone like her will be able to overcome any illness she has. I suppose that did come off as a little rude. Still, she really does give off that kind of vibe, you know? By the way, I see Yoko-san calls Haruki-kun Guitar-kun, huh? Hey, is that something she picked up during our school festival?
Can you guarantee that?
Huh?
Can you guarantee that?
Kazusa?
That my mom will always, that she'll live up until she's 100 years old.
Huh?
That she'll make a complete recovery. That she'll take back what she said about retiring from playing the piano. That she'll go back to Vienna with me. Can you promise that all that's going to happen, Setsuna? On what basis can you claim that?
Kazusa?
Do you even understand? Can you really understand what all of this means to me, Setsuna? Do you know what it would mean for me to lose my mother? isn't set in stone yet. You're surrounded by your family, and you can laugh with them, enjoy meals with them, have parties with them, and talk to them about anything that's troubling you. How could you possibly understand the fear of losing my only family member with all that you have, Setsuna? Your attempts at consolation are completely lost on me. It only irritates me to be pitied by someone who has absolutely everything.
Is that so?
Come on, Setsuna. That's enough already, isn't it? I know that I'm in the wrong here, so just stop trying to condemn me in such a roundabout way, okay? I'll let you hit me as many times as you want, so just hurry up and get out of my sight already. And don't ever come back here again.
I suppose so. You're right. I might just be wrong.
Huh?
If I found out my mother had been stricken with a terrible illness, I bet I'd cry my heart out together with my dad and Takahiro. And we'd keep on crying as we talk about it all night. Even if we wouldn't be able to come to a conclusion. But when the time would come for us to visit Mom in the hospital, we'd do so with smiles on our faces. Our eyes would be bloodshot and red, but we desperately tried to smile for her, despite the fact we know full well how bad her illness is by then, and despite the fact that we know about it all the same. I feel like we would all keep on trying to play the part of, in your own words, Kazusa, a family.
What are you even on about?
And maybe, just maybe, if that day should ever come, I'm sure that I'd feel as if it were the end of the world, just like how you're feeling right now, Kazusa. I feel sad, so sad, with my tears never stopping, no matter how much I'd cry. And I wouldn't want to think about anything at all.
If you really think so, then leave me alone.
But for better or worse, it wouldn't actually be the end, you know?
Setsuna.
We'd have to thank the medical staff that had been taking care of her. We'd have to consult the undertaker about where their funeral would be held. We'd have to reserve a funeral hall and contact all our relatives with the date of the wake and the funeral itself. And we'd be even busier on the day of the funeral itself, as we'd have to hear a word or two from each of our relatives and acquaintances that came. Then we'd have to make a list of everyone who attended the funeral to pay them back.
What are you trying to say?
I'd grieve really badly, you know? I'd really feel as though I wouldn't want to do anything. But even so, we simply can't avoid having to connect with other people. And it's really more than just an unpleasant thing that we have to do. It's only through talking to other people that you'll be able to recover from the sadness that comes with the feeling that your whole world's been destroyed. And it's only when you're connected to others that, little by little, your world will start to heal.
That's only applicable to you, Setsuna. things are different from me. I don't have anyone I can get close to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Once my mom is gone, there'll no longer be.
There are plenty of people around you that you can connect with, Kazusa. You simply never thought to look.
No, there's no one left. I have no one left but my mother. And even she will end up leaving me before I know it.
You do. I'm here.
I don't.
And you have Haruki-kun too.
Neither of you are with me, and I don't need either of you. The two of you are living in a completely different world from me.
Kazusa!
Haruki has abandoned me, and you don't have any reason to stay by my side, Setsuna.
I like you, Kazusa. Is me liking you not a good enough reason, Kazusa?
I see you still have that wonderful personality of yours, Setsuna. You think I'd ever believe a convenient lie from you?
Why do you have to think of it that way?
Because I just know. I know just how filthy my own heart is. I fully believe that there's no one in this world that could ever come to care about someone as horrible as me.
But I do like you. I really do like you, Kazusa.
I don't believe you. I just don't. How could I ever? There's no longer anyone who can promise to protect someone like me from the bottom of their hearts.
There is someone here, and there's many more out there.
How could anyone even like such a horrible person like me?
Whoever decided that it's impossible to like a horrible person?
It's just impossible to like someone like that, isn't it? After all, someone so deplorable, so cowardly.
Then why did you fall in love with Haruki-kun, Kazusa? Someone so dishonest, deplorable, and cowardly. Why?
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Finally, Setsuna and Kazusa are hashing things out. This was a long time coming. Setsuna still cares and is working her way back into Kazusa's heart. And Kazusa, I get it. Someone this determined to help you can be kinda intimidating, especially if you don't think you deserve it. I wouldn't know what to do with someone like her either. No, she'd probably be good for either of us.